Alright guys, welcome back to Nico Brothers. Today we're continuing our build on our 2021 Chevy Silverado 2500. So we're pretty excited. Last time we took apart the front end, we found some damages that we weren't expecting, but not a big deal. We called a dealer, we ordered a bunch of parts. They told us a couple days, and they told us for the computer, it's gonna take us maybe, it's on back order, so they're gonna put a request in, but unfortunately we can't get it started, so we're gonna have to continue working. Pretty much all I wanna do is take apart the rear bed and check out the frame, make sure the frame's good, look underneath the truck, and keep digging into this truck and making a list of what parts we need. We're also looking for a parts truck, we're shopping around, and yeah, but pretty much let's keep working. Let's take apart the rear, take the rear bed off, check out the frame, look underneath, maybe take apart the interior a little bit, and go from there. Alright, so most likely these beds are probably all the same to take apart. We're gonna unscrew this cover, unplug or unscrew the hoses for the DEF tank and the diesel tank, and most likely there's gonna be some wiring we gotta do underneath, and there's probably gonna be 5-6 bolts to unscrew, and maybe the bumper too we'll take off first. But it looks like it's jammed up here. But it shouldn't be too much work. I just probably have to get underneath this thing and find those bolts, probably 18s, and go from there. But let's try to take it apart. Oh, look at that.
All right, so we got the plastic cover off with just 2 more bolts right there, and that'll be disconnected. Next is basically get all the bolts from underneath and that bumper. Probably open that gate, easier to get through. A little tight right now. Working on the bumper, got the stuff ready. Let's go ahead and get this thing off. Definitely still got some good parts on it, so I'm not gonna throw it away. But we definitely need to get it off. Alright guys, got the bumper off. Now we can work on the bed itself. Basically that definitely was gonna hold us up from getting it off, so it's nice it's out of the way. A little stuck there, but no big deal. That makes total sense why it'd be stuck. I was basically pushing down on it, but it popped out. So now we're gonna work on this bed, unbolt it, get some more manpower and lift this up and get it out of the way and see what's going on underneath. Alright guys, got all the bolts underneath off, so this bed is basically just sitting there ready to come off. Let's go ahead and get some manpower and just take it off. It's heavy and I got junk in it, but that's alright, we'll get it done. All right, guys, and just like that, we got the rear bed taken off, and this thing looks like a truck again. Not even bad at all. I think the frame is fine. I mean, look, all the computers are good. Basically, fuel tank looks just fine. Rear differential, got some twigs on it, but ain't nothing to it. Definitely have to put on a line machine to see what's going on, but I don't see anything bad, anything kinked. That's awesome. Even my shocks are fine. Sweet. Yeah, the wheel looks nice and straight. I'm really happy with it. It was a little difficult taking it off because that thing was heavy and we had parts inside of it, but overall we got it done. It is off. Man, just go ahead and throw a new bed on there and you're good to go. At least the rear end looked good. Cab still looks pretty bad. Just swap that out, swap the frame out just cause. But it'd be nice to know we have at least a rear section of the frame, so that's still good. It's still worth something. I mean, 2021, I'm sure we'll get another truck sooner or later, and we have parts if we need this frame. We got one. And check this fifth wheel attachment out. That's pretty cool. Probably keep that. I don't know if that's factory or is that aftermarket or... Pretty interesting. Heavy duty for sure. Ain't no joke. It does look a little sideways right now. That's probably because I have it jacked up in the front on jack stands and stuff, so I don't think it's messed up, honestly. Look at that fuel tank, just fine. Some leaves in there. How does leaves even get in there? I mean, think about it, the bed was right there, so that's like, must have really went underneath it. That exhaust looks awesome. Huge. Cool. All right, guys, so the rear end, like I said, is looking good. I'm gonna move forward. I don't know what to do next exactly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this up. Get my interior cleaned up since I know it's fine now. It's definitely dirty. I don't wanna work in the dirt too much. Let's go ahead and vacuum it up, get it cleaned up. Wipe down even. Yeah. This front side's looking pretty bad. I don't want to be crawling around in that stuff because we got to take the seats out eventually. We got to take all this interior out. But let's go ahead and just clean it up first and see what our next step is. But yeah, that definitely did not come out as easy as I thought, but honestly, it wasn't the end of the world. It was pinched in there a little bit because the tailgate was smashed down, but it popped out of there. Got out. Now that's looking good. Pretty happy with the rear. Moving on to the inside. Got it all cleaned up. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to start taking this apart just yet. Probably going to wait till my other cab is ready for all these parts because it's hard to store things. You don't want to lose any parts, so it's better just to take it apart when you're ready for it. And I'm definitely not ready for all those parts yet, so I'm just gonna leave this probably alone for now. If what, I could take the whole cab off together and still have all my parts, put two cabs aside and just swap the parts over, just like my Raptor. It'd be nice to get rid of that glass though. That is definitely annoying. But man, this thing is clean. Even though it's dirty right now, it's gonna look really good. I know it's gonna clean up nicely. I like the little trim on it, for sure. Definitely a big boy truck. All right, guys, after doing some research and some shopping, looking around, we were actually able to find a bed. Yeah, the 8-foot beds aren't as expensive as the 6-foot beds. That makes no sense, but I guess supply and demand. So basically more people want the 6-foot bed. It's more convenient, I guess, and a lot of people take off their 8-foot bed and put like the utility beds and service vehicle stuff. So there's actually a good bit of 8-foot beds out there, and we found a great deal. Let's go check it out. There we go. Check this thing out. We got a solid bed, gas cap, steps, all the plastic trim molding for it, because all this stuff adds up, guys. If you were missing some of it, you had to go to the dealer to get all that stuff, man, definitely adding up. And check it out, got a rear bumper included. Like I said, all the little caps in there as well. Stickers. We got tail lights. You got a solid tailgate. A little bit of damage right there, probably from shipping even. But check it out, to have a tailgate, taillights, bumper, and a bed, you'll never guess how much we got this thing for. $600. Isn't that crazy? I think it's a great deal. It was a little far drive, but totally worth it. Went over there, picked it up. I mean, even in the tailgate, you got all the cameras and stuff. Awesome, we're gonna need all that stuff anyway, so it's perfect. So I'm pretty sure this bed will just go and slap onto that other frame, but the frame's wrong because we need an 8-foot frame. So we have some work ahead of us, but hey, that's one more step closer to being put together. That's awesome.
Alright guys, let's do a little recap real quick. So like I said, we picked this one up for $9,900, which isn't bad. And we picked up the burnt one for about $10,000 something, so not too bad. We paid $750 for the shipping for that burnt one. I wouldn't really want to pick it up, but you gotta pay the money, whatever, it's part of it. And like I said, $600 for that new bed, tailgate, bumper, all those good parts. So in total right now we're at $21,250, around. Probably a little bit more, honestly. We had to order some parts here and there, but still, I think under $30,000, hopefully we get this thing done, because honestly we have a cab, we have a bed, we have a frame, we have an engine, little parts here and there we need, but a lot of time. We're gonna need a lot of time, a lot of labor, a lot of love, honestly. We're gonna get dirty, we're gonna get into it, but the bulk of the parts are here. That's what matters, and we should be able to keep moving forward. But that's all the time we have for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned. We're gonna dig into that burnt truck, we're gonna get the parts ready, get that cab stripped out. That's all coming soon. Catch you next time.